me to reintroduce myself. My name is H to the O-B. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, ho.
Yes, sir. Miami ManCave Show. We'll be right back at you, man. My man Jeff Fox in the building. Jeff Fox, talk to the people.
You already know what it is. It's another fantastic episode of the Miami ManCave, the hottest show in the 305. And let's get this party started. There's no better way than to introduce our first guest tonight in the Miami ManCave. He is a legend in all the 305, all over the country. It's none other than my man Mike Gardner. And Michael Marketing Group is in the building. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm good. Let's get this party started, right? Yo, what up, Mike?
All is good, brother. How you?
Man, it feels good. We have arrived, y'all. We have arrived. We got Mike Gardner in the house, y'all. We have arrived. That means we're there. You know, we can call Mom and say, Mom, we made it. Mike Gardner's
I appreciate
here.
that, man. I appreciate that. I'm happy to be here, though.
Yeah, man. Humble dude, man. I remember the first time I met you was at the Miami Heat arena.
Yeah.
When it was the American Airlines arena.
It's a long time ago.
That was a while back, you know, and but you were cool, man. You were very humble. Mm-hmm. You know, I expected flamboyance because I heard about you before I met you. Mm-hmm. You know, but you're real cool guy, man. What keeps you grounded like this?
That's the way I was brought up.
Yeah,
my family. I got a good, strong family structure, and of course my faith and belief in God, who has blessed me to be here. So I'm good, man.
You know. And forgive me if I brought you in as like the party guy, but you're the party guy. Like everybody wants to be like you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk to Lil Jon, the thing that people throw at him is like, "That's Lil Jon." Yeah, you know. So we see you and we think, "Oh, it's a party."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're so subdued. Like, what made you get into that lane? How did you know that's where you wanted to be?
It wasn't something that I wanted to do, to be honest. I mean, I wanted to be a ball player. I actually came to Miami back in the early 90s. I went to the University of Miami on a basketball scholarship.
Oh, okay.
So I had hoop dreams. So this party thing, it just happened.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a goal, it wasn't a dream that I wanted to be a party promoter or an entrepreneur. It was something that just happened.
Wow.
While I was down here in Miami, you know, I had met a lot of the NBA players and the NFL players, and you know, Miami is nightlife. You know what I mean? And you know, I won't say I got distracted by the nightlife. I had a bump in the road while I was at the University of Miami that made me pivot my dreams. But I was able to maintain. I went back to Chicago and got my degree. From DePaul University, and then I ended up coming back down here, and I wasn't down here doing anything, man. I started throwing parties. It was an idea my cousin had.
Yeah.
He had this barbershop in Coconut Grove called Headliners Barbershop, and he was telling me, like, you know all these athletes, you know all the ball players, you know Miami, we ought to do a party. And I ended up doing a players ball back in 1999. That's my very, very first party. I ain't had no knowledge of parties or nothing, and it was a complete disaster. But I maintained it, and 20 plus years later, I'm here.
Wow, that's the story, man. What position did you play?
I played
point guard.
I played center.
Come on. No, I mean,
point guard.
I mean, clearly you were.
I was a point guard. I played point.
But forgive me for asking, man. I mean, you know.
Nah, I'm a point. I play point.
Yeah, what's your game like, man? The jump shot still around, or
my jumper's still there. My handle's still there. Now, my quickness, all that shit gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. But I can still shoot though.
Nah, for real, the quickness is gone.
That's gone. That's all gone. All that's gone.
Yeah.
I used to be able to.
School dudes, huh?
Yeah, I'm just shooting now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. I love the story of the name headliner coming from the barbershop. Like, a lot of people didn't know that.
Right.
Like, you know, and that's kind of cool the way it came about. You know, the way you pivoted. What made you pivot? Was it an injury? Or did you just, you know?
I mean, because of what we doing, and I know this is for, you know, Miami, so Miami will know. I had got suspended when I was here playing ball. We had went back to, we had a road game in Georgetown.
Right.
And
Big East
I missed
days,
my
right?
and I had missed my curfew. And at the time, you know, if anybody know about Miami history of UM basketball, back then, you know, we really wasn't that good, but we was striving. We was in the Big East. We was, you know, so we was playing.
I remember those ass whippings from Connecticut.
Man.
And Providence and everybody, like, yeah.
I thank you for that. They were tearing that ass. But it was a good experience, but I had ended up missing the curfew. And because of, you know, our record, you know, our head coach, he was, you know, they was giving him a lot of flack in the media, and they was talking about losing his job. Now, I can say this because I believe it's a fact. Like, you know, up until that point, I had never really gotten into any trouble. And at the time when I missed that curfew, that was a good way for him to use me as a scapegoat to buy himself some time. That's my personal opinion, you know, of why he suspended me. Because you know, my grades was good. You know, I wasn't out here abusing or assaulting anybody. I just missed the curfew. And I missed the curfew because every time I went back to Georgetown, because I went to high school in my junior and senior year in Virginia, in the DMV area. So, you know, I had hundreds of people coming to the games when we was playing Georgetown. So, you know, a lot of my family and friends would get hotel rooms in the same hotel. And I just happened to spend a night in the room of, and missed the curfew. I came back in the morning and he was sitting on my bed. And he suspended me. And then one game led to 2 games, 2 games led to 4, and then he was like, I'm just gonna suspend you. And that was
wow.
I was a starting point guard too, though.
You were starting too?
I was starting point guard.
Who was the starting team? Was it back when we had Tim James?
No, it was when Steve Edwards,
the Edwards brothers,
yeah. So
Popa.
Trevor Burton and those guys, man. Pat Lawrence, Steve Frazier. So it was back in the early '90s, but you know, things happen. You know, I'm thankful. I'm blessed in the position I'm here now. So.
What did you learn from your time at the U, you know, going through the whole basketball experience that prepared you thought, for what you was about to get into?
Oh, I learned a lot of discipline, to be honest. And then what I also learned as I've gotten older, that, you know, the scholarships that they give these young men, especially as, you know, and I'm gonna speak candidly, you know, that's me, as a lot of the student athletes as black men, a lot of our guidance is taken from us because you're on scholarship, you can't work, you can't accept money. Well, now you can get these any what did they call them?
NIL
deals.
Yeah.
But back in the day, man, you couldn't. You was real restricting in what you can do. But they wasn't teaching us because I know a lot of guys who played ball and played football with the youth that didn't make it, and they homeless because there was no guidance. There was no tutelage of teaching these men to grow to be men, and they strip you from the job structure because you can't get a job when you're on a college scholarship.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that you have to learn on your own that I learned later. So I would say it's the discipline that you learn and really staying focused on what it is your goals are.
Yeah, I've spoken with a lot of the football guys from the U, and I remember talking with Chris Webber when he was at Michigan.
When he's at
went to a store, saw his jersey in the window, and he couldn't afford to buy it.
He couldn't afford to buy it, right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you guys had to deal with, you know, guys coming to you, offering deals and giving you money, that sort of thing, how did you resist all of that when you actually could have used it?
Well,
I mean, you ain't got to snitch on nobody.
I'm not gonna snitch. I'm just gonna say temptation is temptation, and it's hard to resist, especially when you're coming from nothing, and then you're in a city like Miami. You know what I mean? Like it's sunshine and palm trees down here. That's how they got me down here. You know, I came down here from Virginia. It was cold in Virginia, and they ended up taking me to Luke's on the beach.
Yeah.
I met Luke. I met a whole bunch of people, man. I said, I'm going to Miami. I ain't going nowhere. I came down here and have been stuck down here all my life.
Down here we got sunshine and beaches, lots of beaches. If you know what I mean. What you got, DJ?
Lots of beaches. Now, I want to ask you if you were able to rewind time and go back to that fork in the road.
Yeah.
Party promoting on one side and basketball options. You had the green light on both sides. Do you think, which one would you choose if you had a chance to do it all over?
I would take this path. I think I'm destined for this path. Amen. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I believe and trust and believe that God don't make mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I could have went to the league and sat on the bench, got hurt, anything. So I have no regrets. It was a learning experience for me. So I'm happy to be here now.
Right. So basically, your promoting skills is better than your jump shot.
Hey, we also have a sexy bartender in the back there. What up, Crystal?
Hey guys.
I know you know where the party's at, and I know you've been in Live
On a Sunday.
doing it big.
Absolutely.
My man is here in the house, man.
And we appreciate him being here.
Yes, indeed. So, when you started to grow doing the headliner thing, did you see the light at the end of the tunnel, or were you just winging it?
No, I was just winging it, and I still don't see the light at the end of the tunnel because there's so much more that I could be doing right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the biggest thing that I kind of preach, because I get a lot of DMs and a lot of emails and a lot of people running up on me that I know appreciate what I do in regards to the party promotion, but it's so much more that I could be doing. Like, I don't own Live, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I don't own a lot of the spots that I do. I'm just creating business opportunities there. But for me, the goal at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel for me is ownership. And trying,
that's what I'm talking about, brother.
And owning.
That was another question too. Like when you said, I don't own Live. I know everybody associated here. Mike Gardner, headliner, Live. That's it. And
that's it.
You've done so many more venues and parties, and they stop at Live. Like, how does that make you feel that they put you in that Live box when you've done so much other things? Like, do you stop and share and tell people when they just?
I mean, some of them I stop and tell, but then I got the headliner documentaries coming out hopefully in a few months. It'll tell the whole story.
Okay.
But I'm thankful and blessed with Live. Like it's been 16 years now that since I started. So I don't complain at all. I just and because it's such a big staple, it kind of camouflages headliner Mike Gardner. All people know is Live and Live on Sunday. So, but
so many other spots.
They'll hear about it in the documentary.
Hey, Mike, you know what? There was a time, and I don't know if you were there yet, when the Dallas Mavericks
I was there.
beat the Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't like that shit, but then I was on the radio at that time at $7.90 a ticket, right? And we gave Mark Cuban and Lil Wayne the business on the radio. The shit went viral.
Yeah.
You were there partying with them in the club that night?
Well, I wasn't partying with them. They was partying with us. It was a Sunday night.
Yeah.
They beat the Heat.
Yeah.
They knew about this amazing party. Like, where they gonna go to celebrate?
Right.
They gotta come to Live.
You guys went. It went on.
It was real bad. It was real bad because of,
we were salty.
Y'all
man.
But I get it. But on the other side of the table, like, we got their money, so
bottles was popping.
Man, Mark Cuban spent a lot of money that night.
Wow.
Like it wasn't like we was throwing a party for the Dallas Mavericks. Now they just happened to come on a Sunday, and everybody know Lil Wayne was coming to live on Sunday every Sunday. So it made it look like, oh, they threw a party for the Dallas Mavericks. That's just not what happened. Now, if the Heat would have handled their business, we wouldn't even be having that conversation.
Yeah.
And but when they came, man, and he spent, now I don't want to put it out there, but he spent a lot of money. Let me put it like that. He spent a lot of money.
And that is the objective. I mean, you know, to get the bottles popping. You have to direct all of that, though. Like, how do you deal with people hitting you up? Hey, yo, Mark, you know, Mike, I'm coming through, man. I got, you know, I need a table. I got honeys, and you got celebrities hitting you up. Like, how do you deal with that?
I mean, but it's a team. It's a team structure. Like, it's not just me.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest. So it's a lot of people in place that can handle this person, handle that person, handle this situation, handle that situation. So I definitely won't take the credit all to myself. There's a lot of other people involved to help navigate. But you got Rihanna coming over here, you got Lil Wayne coming over here, you got Lil Baby here, you got Future here, and it's hard to navigate as one person. So it's a lot of people that those responsibilities are delegated to.
Yeah.
And we handle it.
I've dealt with a lot of egos in my business, celebrities, NBA players, you know, and I'm talking massive egos. What's been like perhaps one really difficult situation? You don't have to name the person that stood out to you, and how did you handle it?
I
know you got stories,
yeah,
but
I got some stories, but so with that one, I'm not gonna say because I would have to be forced to say their name.
Yeah.
So I'm a plead the fifth on that because I still got to do business.
Right.
Like,
You got,
I still got business. We still doing it. We still doing parties, man. So I'm gonna pass. We gonna pass on that one.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You know, and again, you know, I know you still have to do what you have to do. Yeah. So that's all good. But when you think about where you came from, bro, and you know, out there in the Midwest, and now you're here in Miami, South Beach, ritzy lights, beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? And you can put in a call to Rock Nation or anybody on that status. How does that make you feel? Are you still looking up above and saying, "Thank you, God"? Is that still your mindset?
Yeah, my mindset is still the same. Like you know, certain things around me have changed, but me, my spirit is still remain the same. Like I know where my blessings come from. Period. Yeah. You know, and I always say that I've been blessed to bless others.
Yeah.
You know, you know, people see the party and the lights and the camera and, like you said, the women and all that. They having a good time, but at the same time, you know, someone have to give them that space to have a good time. So I you know, and you know, people sometimes question my commitment to God and parties because one is full of sin now.
Yeah.
But I do know that he put me in this position for a reason. So I kind of, you know, people don't like to mix, you know, giving praise to God with the nightlife. But he could take it away if I wasn't doing anything right. So, I mean, I'm always going to, you know, give that credit to God because I know where my blessings come from.
No doubt. No doubt. What do you aspire to do next? Like, what's next for Mike Gardner and Headliner? You guys have conquered the club life. You know, everybody in America knows about you. They think South Beach, they think Live, they think Mike Gardner. What's next?
Like I told you, I just want to expand inside in the space of ownership. I want to, you know, get to the point of owning my own spot. I've had a couple opportunities in the past where I was a partner in a restaurant back in 2013 at this venue called Prohibition. It was right on North Miami Avenue, but you know, it was something that I didn't have the experience in.
Yeah.
And it was a learning experience, but what's next is ownership. And I got this, you know, unlike Live on Sunday, with the hip hop and all that, I got this cool little party called the DooWop. It's like an all R&B party that
Heard about that.
I've been nurturing for about 3 or 4 years now, about 4 years now that I've been taking it on the road, and I've been getting a great reception from this all R&B party. So I'm kind of putting that in the learning the things that I learned doing Live on Sunday and Live on Sunday being this big brand with the DooWop, because it's mine.
Yeah, I love that. I want to talk more about that when we come back from the break. But right now we're going to do a little poolside performance. It's pretty cool.
No problem.
Something new we started here on the Miami Man Cave. And we'll get into the DooWop talk on the other side, all right? Mike Gardner, everybody, headline of marketing group. Yeah, Miami Man Cave. We're right back. We are back with the Miami Man Cave Show. I'm your host, Jeff Fox. We have had an amazing show so far. Mike Gardner in the house. And of course, we're going to do the favorite segment. Everybody loves it. It's the poolside performance. And right now, without further ado, let me bring to you the amazing Buster Free. Let's do it. Make it
Got my stone on deck, got my Patron on deck. Money long gone set, so I'm vibing, I'm I'm rolling, I ain't tripping, I'm focused. This thing got me open. Lil' mama, she noticed, so now she wanna show me. Take me home and own me, 'cause lately she been lonely and begging me so hard. Shit, I'm parked outside in the mall like a car I drive, yeah. And I ain't tryna waste no time, I'm tryna get between your thighs. I'm horny, so horny. So won't you come get me? I got my phone on deck, got my stone on deck, got my Patron on deck. Money long gone set, so I'm vibing,
Tell him to turn that shit up. Turn it up.
She ain't never fought with a nigga out there looking like free. You got so much flavor. And now see none of you pussy ass niggas with those fingers up. Fuck you haters. Pull us up in the city in the Maybach. Roll the windows up, bitch. This a Maybach. Bitch, lay back. Real rap, no cap, bitch. Straight fat. Right. Down that pussy got body. Left. Right. On that dude, stay fucking all night. I'm just the life of the party. Got the game right like a zombie. Shorty, she flirting, she want me. I told her just give me my money. I'm just trying to make the fun last. Starting in the bed, a little more chest. Every day a different layer party. And anything I wanna get about it. I'm just trying to make the fun last. I'm just trying to make the fun last. I'm just trying to make the fun last. Trying to make the fun last.
Make some noise!
Yes, sir. Put some
Make some noise! My man,
Let's set it off on the ass, dog.
Alright.
Pussy nigga play, I'ma set it off. 30 out of K, I'ma set it off. Better get up out the way, I'm about to set it off. Talk back, let us swear, I'm about to let it off. Pussy nigga play, I'ma set it off. 30 out of K, I'ma set it off. Better get up out the way, I'm about to set it off. Talk back, let us swear, I'm about to let it off. Pussy ass nigga, it's about that time. Fucking nigga blood, just to put my mind. Little buddy, don't cross your line. I'll put it on your ass and then cross your mind. Nigga, I think I got time today. Money on my mind, I got time to play. Nigga, I ain't got time to waste. Shit, running out of time, got me riding fast. Quick drop with the beans going around for shade. No cut, one glove, they clean the plate. I act a fool on that Julio. I fuck around and make the news on that Julio. I fucking wetter than a fool on that Julio. Leave it up, got my thumb in the Julio. Call my nigga Julio, I need the studio. Chop code, we gotta make a Julio. Pussy nigga play, I'ma set it off. 30 out of K, I'ma set it off. Better get up out the way, I'm about to set it off. Come back, let us swear, I'm about to let it off. Pussy nigga play, I'ma set it off. 30 out of K, I'ma set it off. Better get up out the way, I'm about to set it off. Come back, let us swear, I'm about to let it off. I'm a real daddy, caddy, no, yeah, no. Wait, if you won't, nigga, you gon' get fucked up. I ain't here to play, no game, bitch, I only wanna yard. Everybody wanna be killers, but niggas straight pussy tampon. And I'm not doing our city online. Love like got a nigga spinning like pop. Shit, I'm trying to get $1 million on top. Honey, rockin' ass niggas got the city too hot. Well, no, them was ready for the beans to the sky. Almost got a little heavy cast in the inner lock. Down showing love to the block. I'm saying for the city, I can kill us on top. Pussy nigga play, I'ma set it off. 30 out of K, I'ma set it off. Set it off. Get up out the way, I'm about to set it off. Set it off. Back let us swear, I'm about to let it off. Let it off. Pussy nigga play, I'ma set it off. Set it off. 30 out of K, I'ma set it off. Set it off. Get up out the way, I'm about to set it off. Set it off. Back let us swear, I'm about to let it off. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.
Woo! Yo!
Y'all put some noise, Miami legend. Miami ManCave, Liberty City legend.
Hey, yo, man. Oh. My man Buster Free. Y'all make some noise for Buster Free. Performance was all of that. We'll come back on the other side more than Miami ManCave, man. I'm hanging out with the Dade County legend, Buster Free. My man.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. We're right back here at the Miami ManCave Show, man. What a show. My brother Buster Free tore it down back there, man. Jeff Fox, how you feel about the performance?
I love it, man. That's what we do, man. Buster Free and I go way back, so, you know, Dade County 305. And that's it right there. What do you think, Mike?
I think it was great.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we took the break for the poolside performance, you mentioned the DooWop. Mm-hmm. Tell me more about the DooWop, man. What made you think of it and why that name? I like that. I don't know why, I just like it.
Well, my man Fly Guy actually came up with the name, DJ Fly Guy. He came up with the name.
Shout out Fly Guy.
Yeah, shout out Fly Guy. Shout out Fly Guy for sure. I think what he had this idea that he wanted to do an R&B party because during COVID, all the clubs was closed. The only thing that was open was really like restaurants or little small spaces that we could do. And he had knew that I had done an R&B party before, but it transitioned into a hip hop party. I was doing the R&B party back in 2005 at the Forge, me and Louis Oliver. It was an R&B dinner party, but then it went to hip hop. Right. It wasn't all R&B. And I told him, listen, the only way we're gonna be able to do this is if we make it all R&B.
100%.
Because I'm getting older, no disrespect to the youngins, man. It ain't the same for me. You know what I mean? So I wanted to go and do a party that I can enjoy and have a good time at. And my man Angel at Racket in Wynwood. I've been knowing Angel for over 20 years. When he was a promoter with Smack Entertainment, so he owned Racket, and he gave me an opportunity. He told me, yeah, I could do it. We did it in the very, very first one. This was like 3.5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. The response was amazing, and people was just they had a good time. I think a lot of clubs, when you start thinking about doing an R&B party, they can't fathom or they can't see an R&B party the whole night because they thinking the only way they're gonna pop bottles is they turned up.
Yeah.
And 4 years later, I think every club almost in America is trying to do R&B. To the point to even Liv asked me to do the DooWop at Liv. I ain't gonna do it though, but
yeah.
But it's one of those situations where, people, when they go out, they want to have a good time. It ain't about the tables you mind. It ain't about the Instagram. It's just about the vibe and you having a good time. You singing. It's a party. And I think what really broke it, Tank came to one of the DooWops.
The recent one, right?
He's a part of the DooWop now. But I'm talking about a couple of years ago. He had came to one of the DooWops, and he just got so engulfed into the party because it was all R&B, and he started performing, and it went viral. And then next thing you know, we did the next one a month later, and then we started to take it on the road. And I'm still building that brand, but the people, they know about the DooWop now. Yeah.
What is it about R&B that's so exclusive and it's so elegant? And people thrive. They want it. They hunger for it.
Yeah, I just think it's the vibe and it's the rhythm and blues of it. It's the rhythm and the blues of it. It's like what the lyrics command, what the artist is singing about, and you can also sing along because every single one of us, I'm pretty sure we have our shower moments. Like I done seen some of the hardest niggas in the DooWop,
bro,
singing,
I can tell
and
you
like
a
it's
story.
Crazy. It's just a good vibe.
Funny you say that, man, because at your old school there was a New Edition concert a couple of years ago. I don't know if you were there, but it was at the U. And I was backstage with Tim Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning's ex-wife, Tracy. Mm-hmm. We were guests of Johnny Gill from New Edition.
That was a long time ago now.
Yeah, that's what I was there. I was there. And the hardest dudes, man, like at the concert singing New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? Yeah. I'm talking about all these motherfucking killers and drug dealers. That's how they look.
Yeah.
Just hard, but I loved it. It was so different. Mm-hmm. And that's what you guys have capitalized on with the DooWop. It's like you found this magic formula and you put it in the bottle. Is that what it's like with you guys when you think of it?
Yeah, because I get the responses from everywhere. I get, hey man, can you bring the DooWop here? Can you bring the DooWop there? I've done it in Vegas. I did it everywhere now, almost. One of the biggest ones that I've done was in Vegas, though. We did about 3,000 people at Zouk nightclub. Now, how it was, I got some help again from the man above. I went out there for the Lovers and Friends concert, and it was full of artists. It may have been about 200 artists. I'm talking about all name artists, and it got canceled. So when it got canceled, that naturally, the people had to go somewhere, and then I had Keisha Cole, Tank, and Maya hosting the DooWop. Yeah. And they had nowhere to go. And it made it look good. They was like, damn, he got a dope thing going with this R&B. So the people at Resorts World, they've been asking me to come back to do it, but it just haven't worked out yet. The deal wasn't right yet for me to do it again.
There might be somebody calling us right now. Right now, do what?
Yeah, so it's been good, man. Especially going into different cities and different states and doing it, because I know a lot of people in those other cities and states, they doing R&B parties as well. But what I do get from the people is that they say with the DooWop, it's different because we definitely stick to all R&B. I don't play no hip hop. It's all R&B. And one of the things we do that I like to do is play the songs at its regular speed. And let the songs play. Like you about to get to my favorite verse, and then the DJ will cut it. It's just a vibe killer.
Yeah.
But at the DooWop, they know. They know as the DJ. Let the song play.
Yeah, people do hate that. I mean, I've done it in the club. I've cut it out. You know, especially "Can You Stand the Rain."
Yeah,
when I'm playing that song, everybody's favorite part. Johnny Gill's part, and when you get to that part, I like to cut it sometimes. Yeah. And I get the kill the DJ. I know. like what? But you still have a love for hip hop. I read an article, I think it was in the Herald, about you and Liv, the connection to hip hop. You keep hip hop alive over there. How hard has it been to maintain hip hop while looking at your new venture, which is the DooWop? Like, how hard is it to have the connection but keep it separate?
That's a good question. Because as I'm getting older, I'm getting further away from the newer generation of hip hop. But because of the business aspect of, I still got to maintain Liv. I try to stay in tune with what's happening today. But I will say, Jeff, it's a little difficult.
Bro.
It's definitely a little difficult because some of the shit they talk about today in rap, I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
And it's just, but from a business standpoint, I gotta maintain it. I still gotta stay with the youth. So I try to hire some of the younger generation around me to keep this headliner thing going as well. But it's difficult, but it's business.
Who do you listen to nowadays? Like, as we talk about the new hip hop, the new school artists. I've had a few guests here on the ManCave Show before yourself that are in hip hop, and I've gotten different names as to who they listen to now. Who's that guy that you have an eye on?
Well, I'm great. Say it again. He great. Try to isolate me and make me just fuck up my business. But so I'm gonna say this. Like, I listen to all of the Miami artists. I'm letting y'all know that right now. I am still Miami now. I listen to all of the Miami artists because they all reach out and I listen to them. It's just, and I hate that, especially with me being in Miami and being someone that can assist the young rappers coming up in Miami, that we just don't, the world just don't look at Miami as a hotbed for hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got you still got Florida, you got Bossman D-Lo and all those, and Boston Richie, all them guys coming up. But in Miami, because they all gotta come to Miami anyway. They gotta come to Miami. You can't be from wherever. You can't be from Tampa without coming to Miami.
Yeah.
So, but I listen to all the young Miami rappers.
Yeah. You didn't fall for the okie doke. You didn't fall for it right there.
Just the Miami ManCave, right?
Listen, you can tell by the way my dress, I'm stuck in the 90s, bro. I'm stuck in the late 80s. I'm stuck in listening to the Wu, to Jada,
right?
Jigga, Gangstar. You from the Shy. Y'all had a group sound like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Do or Die.
Do or Die, yeah.
Twister. And listen, but hold on. But listen, let me just
Crucial
say
Conflict.
So you named a lot of hip hop artists. Now, just how you try to put me on the spot,
I
got to put you on the spot.
Okay, Mike.
Just for the moment.
Okay.
You name a bunch of New York rappers.
Yeah.
But I promise you, if I came in here and we didn't have the introduction, I say you from LA. You full of blue.
Yeah.
You didn't mention no West Coast rappers.
I love West Coast rap, bro.
You got on the LA hat.
Yeah.
You didn't mention no LA.
Listen,
can I get two of yours? From LA.
LA.
West Coast.
Cube. The Dog Pound.
Okay, cool. You win.
E40.
Okay.
Short Dog. Luna's 5 on it. Can it go on?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Nah, man, listen, man, some of the best parties I've ever been to was at Fresno State. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't familiar with it because it was my first time out there, but hung out at Fresno State University back when Avant first came out, the R&B cat.
Mm-hmm, the R&B guy.
Yeah. And shit was like party, like mostly white kids, but yo, I had a good time, man. Like, and the hip hop out there was banging, so I fell in love with the whole G-Funk, the whole Dre and Snoop type shit that came out there, and it spread everywhere. Okay. What do you think, what would it take for us down here in Miami? The music like Buster Free, who just performed, what would it take for some of our guys, Ball Greasy, Plies, all of them, from the state to go national like that, like the way G-Funk spread around?
I think it's the
York,
support. Right? I think it's the support system that they have around them, and just the support that they're getting from their respective cities and states. Yeah. Of course, Ball done performed at Live, Plies done performed at Live. I just think, for whatever reason, man, I don't know. And that's been, it's kind of like been a thing in Miami, except, because when people think of hip hop in Miami, it's only 4 that they always gonna name, which is Ross, Trick, Trina,
Everywhere
Luke.
I go.
Ross, Trick.
Everywhere I go.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think they try to do their best that they can to shine a light on Miami as well. And then you have a person like Khaled that I think he definitely had and still has a platform to really shine a light on a lot of the artists here in Miami. Now, the reasoning behind some of the things not happening, that's it's not my lane to discuss, so I don't know.
Yeah, let me throw it to my DJ, man. DJ O, what you got for me?
First of all, I want to salute you on this next question and ask you, how did you pull it off and what made you think to throw an all Jay-Z party? Like, we talk about R&B, and it's hard enough to get people to come listen to one genre. You got the people come to listen to one artist the whole night. Like, what made you jump out the Jeep and think of that?
That's easy, because I'm a Jay fan. I'm a Jay fan,
so you could have been by yourself.
It's my party. Yeah, but it's a party that I want to do, kind of just like the DooWop. It's a party that I wanted to do, and I know Jay got a catalog where he can hold down the party for 5 hours, and it was 5 hours of Jay-Z, and
that is crazy.
The response was, I've done it twice. I've done it last year and this year for his birthday, and
house packed.
It's real.
All night. Nothing but Jay-Z.
It's nothing but Jay-Z.
Wow.
Not another
You know
song.
what I mean?
That
Nothing but Jay-Z.
Wow.
I kind of like was doubting. Like, I got to see this, and I went, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
Whole house packed.
It's a dope.
Wow,
dope
this can't be life.
Can't be life.
Can't be life. I love Jigga too, man. I love the whole story, the way he came up. But his songs are different. Mm-hmm. They are different. Is he in your top 3 ever?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Top 2.
Who else you got? Who else you got in that top 3? Just give me your top 3.
My top 3. I can't. I'm just gonna say Jay. I'm gonna say Jay because listen.
Yeah.
2 that I would mention, they still active right now. So I don't. You said on Man Cave that I was the number 4. You
gotta deal with that, right?
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay. I'm just gonna say Jay. I'm gonna say Jay, Pac, Biggie, and then I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Everybody. I ain't saying that.
Yeah, Biggie's my all-time favorite.
But he's not my all-time. Really? Jay is though.
Yeah.
Still Jay.
Yeah, I caught up in the whole Rockefeller thing. You have a relationship with Rock Nation, right?
Yeah.
What's that like for you?
It's good, man. It's real good, and it's been. It started at Rockefeller, of course, Then it transitioned to Rock Nation. You know, just like with everything, just like even with me a headliner, as I'm trying to elevate and seeing how Rockefeller, Jay, and all those guys elevate. I hate that the situation with him and Dame happened, but you know, things happen along the line as we get older.
Yeah.
But my relationship with them is solid, you know, and it's something that I respect a lot.
Have you been surprised by some of the headlines we've seen, and no pun intended, that we've seen with people who found themselves in adverse situations, such as our man Sean Combs, you know, what he's had to deal with? I mean, there's a lot of temptation when people become as successful as you guys have become. Are you surprised at some of what you've seen in the last few years?
I'm surprised how it has spiraled into what it has turned into.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily surprised though, but in regards to Puff, like it's a friend of mine, so I won't necessarily comment on some of the things. I just let it play itself out, and I'm not one that's gonna shy away from the support to him because I know what he's done for me. Right. And sometimes, you know, we get blinded by what we see on TV, and a lot of the people don't even know him. Like Puff has been a friend of mine for well over 23 years. Wow. So I know a lot of things he's done for me. I know a lot of things that he's done for the community of Miami. I did this fundraiser for Christmas 2 years ago. He came into Overtown himself, and he gave we paid the rent for maybe 50 homes. Wow. And then we was giving out gift cards. We was giving out toiletries with our nonprofit called Tees. And Puff came, and when we ran out of that, he started handing out $100 bills to everyone. And he may have gave out maybe $60,000, $70,000 worth of cash. Wow. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes.
That's incredible.
Like, this is beyond him paying for the rent so he does a lot of things, like, and his personal life is, you know, we let it play out and see what it is. Like, I'm not gonna judge him because I know what he's done for me, so.
Yeah, but that's a deep story, man. Like, that's the part of headliner, the part of yourself. Yeah. You know, those type of charity events, you don't necessarily put them out there for everybody to see. Right. You just do it.
You just do it.
You know, and that's where your blessing comes from. That's remarkable, bro. Yeah. Like, I never heard of that. Yeah. You know,
it definitely made.
It kind of touched me a little bit because, you know, motherfuckers don't do shit like that. Like, you know, you look at the homes in California, there are a lot of people that, you know, the whole fire situation going on in the West Coast, a lot of people don't feel sorry for them because they're all rich. Right. And it's like, oh, they ain't suffering. And, you know, they never went through nothing hard like what we went through. You know, and that's not necessarily the case, is it?
Correct. That's not true. And that's an evil spirit that speaks like that. That comes from a person that has no respect for human life. Yeah. Regardless of if a person is rich. Right. Regardless if they have insurance, it's still a tragedy. Like, it's a lot to criticize and say something like, because I heard that too. I heard them like, oh, they rich, they got insurance. And what that mean? Yeah, it's memories, man. Mean, some things. Like, it's almost like those of us who, you know, that may feel violated, like, you know, someone breaking into our car and stealing our wallet or something, or someone breaking in our car, stealing $1,000. I worked for that money. Yeah. Or I worked for that, and then it's just the process of having to get all that shit back. That's just an evil spirit, I think. Yeah. That allows a person to say something like that.
I've enjoyed this interview, you know, more so than most because I got to know who you are. You know, you had dreams. Some of them didn't pan out, but look what you did. You pivoted and turned and then went full throttle in another direction. And look what you became, man. That's inspiring, man, to a lot of us. You know, And I want to thank you, man, for coming here to the Miami Man Cave. You know, when my partner told me you were coming here, I'm like, yeah, right. Mike don't have time for us, man. But we have arrived, guys. Make some noise. Mike Gardner in the Miami Man Cave. You know, and keep working on the handles, and you never know, man. They might come up with an over 40 league. You know, don't give up on it. Mike Gardner, everybody. Mike Gardner.
Dynasty. No cheddar, foes knock the man off your polo sweater. Roll with the ROC, hey fella. Remember me, the teachers used to kill us. Now we smoke thriller, cold killers, four-wheelers, we go-willers. Please fill us, we heat holders. Fighting, listen boy, Roy Jones couldn't steal us. The block thickens, the block flicking. We got the game tied up, stop tripping. Jigger man, huh? Seagull, y'all. Mentally, what? Million, Cappy him, El Capitan. The fire I spit burned down Happy Land. Social club, we unapproachable thugs, non-social. Gone postal, great aim, palm the arm close to your toast, like a Don supposed to. Sean, I thought I told you, these ain't just vocals. They make me take it to the old school. I put O's through your hoes too, through your clothes, through the foes, through the nigga close to you. Fuck it. Trigger man, huh? Seagull, y'all. A million, right? Loaded with slugs that arrest in your fitty. It's M.E.M. the rock beat them. Got the mommy saying, look, who can stop me them? You want pressure, dumb luck, get blonde up. I crush your larynx and talk about us, nigga. No obituary, I get it critical. You know the myth hit the ball, bearing lip and you win.
You did so good. This interview was very good. I've seen you do a couple interviews. I think this one might have been the best. The transitions were good. Everything. I'm proud of you.
Yes, sir. We back. Jeff Fox, what's good, my brother? How was the show, man? How
you
feel?
nasty man. You nasty man.
I just do what I do, man. I just do what I do. You hear me?
Yo, man. It's been another real extravagant episode here of the Miami Man Cave, man. We did it big today. Great musical performance by the poolside. And, of course, we got the party started. With the man himself, Mike Gardner, Headliner Marketing Group, was in the building, did a fantastic job. Let me know, to be honest with you, I'm going to stay out of that business. That's for him. Right. He's the man in that business. I'm going to stick with the man cave. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but I'm telling you, man, we had a great time, man. Can't wait till the next one. Appreciate everybody. Keep following us. This has been the Miami Man Cave. Appreciate you.
It's cool, there's love over here. I leave, but I come right back to the crib, that's comfy. If they don't cook food like us, if you don't pop drip like us, if you don't party at the hour like us, 2 o'clock shut down, not us. Nah.
Hey, can I get this song?